Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Thirsk Racecourse here on Tuesday. It is the 4th of April 2023. Gonna look at the 7th race to 5:15 from Thirsk, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. 7th race to 5:15, it's the best odds guaranteed daily at Vickers Bet Handicap. Class 6 handicap going for a $7,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards, horses rated 46 to 60. Field of 13 horses, Baker's dozen going 2,400 meters or a mile and a half on the turf course. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 6 horse, Marza Buzet as a top selection. Pardon me, I can't speak English. Let's go 634 in your TriCash trifecta. 634 TriCash trifecta. Top selection is the 6 horse Mar Buzet. There we go. 4-year gun by Farrar. David Allen's on this one for Tim Easterby. Horse hasn't been seen since the 3rd of September. That came locally here at Thirsk. Soft ground, a mile 3/4 staying in a class 5 handicap. Stepping up in class. He finished 3rd by 3 lengths. He ran okay during the early portion of the race, but then he just kind of hit the wall late. Don't think he really wanted to go the longer trip. Refreshing here, cutting back to a mile and a half, back to Thirsk, back to Yorkshire, where he really runs well in the past. He's in a good spot again to win. Back to Yorkshire, he ran there last time. 2 back again at Ripon on the 13th of August, mile and a half in a class 6 handicap. Last time Allen rode the horse was to a success, winning by 3 1/4 lengths that day from a tracking position. He really got the good turn of foot, and he went away with it. An all-around good run from there. Concerns to the race 4, where he ran at Nottingham, 28th of July, 2 miles in a class 6 handicap. Tough horses, longer trip. He finished 8th by 20 lengths, and he just beat nobody home. It wasn't his day to win, even with the low weight stepping up in class. And then the 4th of July, Ripon, a mile and a half in a class 6 handicap. He finished 5th by 16 lengths that day, and he didn't have the fluidest of races, didn't break so well, and it just really cost him there. But before that, here at Thirsk, a mile 3/4 in a class 6 handicap staying. He won by a head. He was all out on the drive. He got there in the nick of time, or held on to at the nick of time, but I don't think he wants to go to a mile 3/4. Mile 5/8 would probably be better. I think the in between mile and a half and mile 3/4, mile 5/8 is his preferred trip. But back to a mile and a half off the bench, I think he's in a good spot to win. At 7-1, even with a wide poster, I think he could handle soft ground. I'm going to use him. I think the 3-horse Fen Tigers are second likeliest winner for Frederick Larson. 3-pound apprentice up, so only carrying 131 pounds opposed to the 34. But most recently at Leicester in the fall on heavy ground in class 6 amateur handicap, the horse went by 2 1/4 lengths that day and was wide throughout, but he held on to the victory going away. Before that, another wide trip at Windsor, mile 3/8 in class 6 handicap, and he finished 2nd by 1 3/4 lengths, and he just couldn't keep up late. I thought the wide trip got to him. And then before that, here at Thirsk in a class 6 apprentice handicap, over the mile and a half, he won by a neck, and he was all out very nicely on the front end. Coming here today, has a good posture, it can prove himself on soft ground. It wouldn't surprise me here. And also give a shot to the 4-horse Victorino for Ben Robinson. He's 12-1 here, 15-1 stateside, 12-1 in the UK markets. Most recently at Sutherland in his seasonal reappearance, I thought he needed the race. He was just very wide, but he looked like he was galloping decently. It was his first start since December 2021. That came at Newcastle, 2 miles in a class 5 handicap, where he finished 2nd by length, and he really was closing up well there. And then he went over the staying trip at Newcastle in November 2021 quite nicely. He wants to go staying trip. He's come back at a mile and a half. He has some hidden form from 2021. I'll give him a shot on the ticket, but he might need the race also second off the bench, but he showed potential. I do prefer the other 2 before him, but keep in mind eyeing him for the multi-race. But to recap my selection for the 7th, the 5:15 from Thirsk, let's take the 6 horse, Maza Buzet. Again, pardon me, I said the horse name wrong 6 times in the video. But I'm going to use the 3-horse Fen Tiger also in the 4-horse Victorino. 634 TriCash trifecta, and in your multi-race or your TriCast forecast combinations, use all 3 of them because I think they all have a strong chance of winning this one. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.